feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Lay my troubles to rest, blow the smoke through my cigarette. City life looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. I've been feeling so small, watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Lay my troubles to rest, blow the smoke through my cigarette. City life looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. a faster car. I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City life looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me. I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. I wanna drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Feeling so small, watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Look at the beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest, blow the smoke through my cigarette. Feeling so small, watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out. So try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City life looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out. So try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out. So try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City life looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out. So try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in wanna drive a faster car. I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. I'm be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes.
Speaking of making mistakes, where is my camera? Hold on one second here. My camera is disappeared. That's interesting. My camera's gone. Can you guys hear me? Well, this is interesting. Settings. What on earth? I've never had this happen before. Okay, so I've got my camera. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm here. I guess it's only working in low definition. So that's interesting. Okay, hi guys. I am so sorry about that. That's like the perfect song for the perfect intro song for something that's obviously going to mess up. So welcome everybody. Today we're going to be talking about how to start a successful online teaching business. So I'm really, really excited to do this with you. It's been a long time since I've done a live training like this before, and I'm just so excited to have you here. So my name is Jillian. I am a success coach for online teachers. So just a little bit about me. I am the owner and creator of Independent Teacher Academy. I forgot to put teacher in there. Independent Teacher Academy. Let me know in the comments if you are actually in Independent Teacher Academy. If you are, then you'll see me again tomorrow for coaching. And I have helped thousands of teachers start and grow their online teaching business, whether it be with a company or completely independent or on a marketplace like OutSchool or AllSchool. So let me know in the comments here, where are you from? I know that I tried to pick this time zone because it works for most places in the world, but I know we had almost 200 people register for this training, and I know that we're from everywhere. I know a lot of people are not making it live because it didn't make their time zone. But let me know in the comments here, where are you from? Okay, so we've got somebody from Canada. That's not too super far from me, I guess, Canada. Trinidad, okay. I am from like Buffalo, New York area. Boston in Bulgaria, South Africa. All right. Oh, yeah, there's Brenda. Hi, Brenda. I know who Brenda is. Oh, that's a new YouTube channel name. Okay. Utah. All right. Indiana. The Caribbean's in the house. I feel like I should insert some like Caribbean style music here. Colorado. Oh, we are all over. We are from everywhere in here. All right. So just a little bit about me to tell you my story here. I wasn't always an online teacher. So a lot of you know me either from my YouTube channel or from the Facebook group, or maybe I've helped you out with online teaching in some aspect before, but I wasn't always an online teacher. There's a beautiful picture of me. Thank you. I'm glad you like the picture. There's a beautiful picture of me. I was a mail carrier. This is in 2018. I was a mail carrier. The hours that I worked, it was like 12-hour days, 7 days a week, sometimes more than 12 hours. So we would go into work. It would start at about like 6 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, I went postal. I was a postal worker. 6 o'clock in the morning to like 10 o'clock at night sometimes. You would have months between days off because they don't have to follow the labor laws. And I was pregnant. I was pregnant with my third child. And I looked at it and I was like, I can't keep doing this. Everybody said the post office is one of the best jobs. You get a pension. Just stay in once you make regular, and once you're in longer, it's going to be so much better. But then I looked around, and what they were saying did not match with what I actually saw, because everybody that had been there forever was miserable and they were broken And it was just not a great place. Not a great place to be. So if anybody here has somebody in their family that, or a friend, or they know someone that's a mail carrier, give them lots of love and lots of patience, and make sure you love on your mail carriers. But just to give you an idea here, like these were some of the things here. I'm like, on March 16th, 2018, I was like, okay, I'm seriously in the middle of a breakdown. How does everybody do this? How does everybody work 60 hours or more a week? No days off. My kids after school programs were getting mad at me because I couldn't pick them up on time. And no Sundays off either, because I had to deliver Amazon. And, it was just bad. So then like a month later, it's not any better. My daughter was upset because all the parents met with the kids at school the day before, and I couldn't make it. Because I had work. I couldn't get days off. And literally when I was pregnant, just a little background story, because it's kind of crazy and nobody knows this, but when I was pregnant, I couldn't make it to my prenatal appointments. They would tell me I couldn't leave, and the only thing that I could do was file a grievance with the union. So I would have to miss my appointment and then file a grievance with the union. So my last child, I did not have that yummy sugar glucose drink that they give you to test for diabetes. That's one of the things that, I couldn't do. And I took a step back and I was like, okay, hold on a second. I can't do this. Like, it's just me. My ex-husband at the time, he had some medical issues. So it was basically just me, and I had to take care of, it was going to be 3 kids and my husband at the time. And I just couldn't do it anymore. Like, if I couldn't do it when I was pregnant, how was I going to do it with another person that was like outside of me and I couldn't carry with me to work? Like, this isn't the life for me. So in 2018, so December 3rd, 2018, I signed my very first contract. And this was with VIP Kid. Anybody here an old VIP Kid teacher? Like, let me know in the comments if you ever worked for VIP Kid, because I know that there are probably a ton of you that worked for VIP Kid. And 3 weeks later, 3.5 weeks later, I was like, hey, this online teaching thing is a lifesaver. I was working from home, making my own hours, not paying for daycare. It pays better than any job that I'd ever gotten with my degree, especially when you consider the fact that, like, I could do it when my kids were sleeping and I didn't have to worry about daycare costs. So it saved me so much money. And finding a job where I am actually that pays more than, I don't know, like $16 an hour is really, really, really hard. So I'm showing you this, that like within like a month, it had already changed my life. And I'm doing this with a newborn too, because my daughter was born in September. So a little over 14 months of teaching online, I went from being on food stamps and struggling to a homeowner. I bought my first house off of the income that I made from online teaching. So that was really exciting. Doing that on my own, without the help of a spouse, without the help of family, without the help of like government assistance, that was pretty incredible. I had to pay a lot of debt off to do that. I had to do a lot of things. And it's just one of those things that, like, when you take charge of your own life, you can completely change your life. So it's just, I really, really, really want to stress that this can completely change your life should you let it. So why am I telling you this? You need to know that it's possible. Don't give up and go after your dreams, whatever they might be. It is possible. All right. Bye, Brenda. So can you imagine, I want you to sit here and think here. Can you imagine working the hours that you want while making an income that you deserve? So let me know in the comments if you feel like you're already there. I'm guessing that if you feel like you're already there, you're probably not going to be tuning into this. But imagine here, like, what would that change? Let me know in the comments here, what would that change if you could work the hours that you wanted to and making an income that would be able, it would allow you to pay off your debts, to buy a home, to buy a car that, you know, isn't breaking down on the side of the road, to be able to not have to worry about your next paycheck because you know it's going to be coming in. All right. So Jacqueline says, far from it, from the pay cuts in China. Nasi says, I'm getting close. It's been baby steps. Yeah, it is baby steps. And honestly, it's going to be a growth opportunity, right? So this is going to be something that you are going to, every day, you're going to learn a little bit and grow a little bit, and you're going to fail. And that's okay, because everyday failures that you have, those are just something that you can use to learn from and grow from. So there are two ways to start. And some of you might already know this, okay? But there are two ways to start. The first way is with a company. So you work with a company or a marketplace. I'm lumping marketplaces in here. And you're going to have a boss, okay? Your pay is going to be lower than if you were to be independent, because they're going to tell you what you're going to get paid generally. And they are usually going to provide you with a student base. There's still going to be ways that you can grow your student base within the marketplace or the company, depending on like what classes you list, your availability, your intro videos, your pictures, whatever tools that they give you to be able to market yourself within the platform. But they're generally going to be bringing in the student base. And they may have qualifications that are difficult for you to reach. So I saw some people in here that were from South Africa. Does that resonate with you? I can't even tell you how many messages I get a day saying, hey, teacher, I'm from South Africa. South Africa seems to be the one that, like, I always get messages from people who are living in South Africa because nobody will hire them. Nobody will hire teachers. It seems like almost nobody will hire teachers in South Africa because of where they live. And to me, I don't feel that that's fair, because you have the skills, you're a great teacher, and you should be able to. That brings us to number 2, and that's going independent. So you can go independent as an online teacher. And this is a little bit harder. You're going to have to learn some marketing skills to do this. You're going to have to put in time and effort so that you can grow as an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is a scary word for a lot of people, but at the end of the day, that's what you are. Whether you're with a company or independent, you want to grow your entrepreneurial skill set. And you get to set your own qualifications and grow your own student base and set your own income. Set your own hours, make your own rules. So when you become an independent online teacher, you're not going to tell yourself like, oh, okay, well, I'm from South Africa, so I can't teach you. When a potential student comes to you, you're going to teach them, right? And you're going to start earning an income. Nobody's going to be stopping you. Michelle says she's with a company now and love it, but want to also become independent as extra income. Yes, honestly, you're going to see too that your independent as extra income is probably going to turn around and become your sole income, like your main income, and the companies will be the extra income. Doesn't that sound nice? So with both a company or marketplace and independent, you have the ability to grow your bookings, to grow as a teacher, to grow your income. You have the ability to earn a great income depending on the company that you choose. So we all know that there are companies out there that pay peanuts. But as long as you choose the right company or the right marketplace, you have the ability to earn a great income. You can choose the one that works for you. So if it's paying $5 an hour, are you going to apply to the company that's paying $5 an hour when you know that you could be charging $60 an hour privately? Or you know that you can be making $25 an hour or $15 an hour with a company or a marketplace. So pick the one that works for you. And a tactic that I've seen a lot of people do is to choose a combination that works for you. So you might choose to list some classes on a marketplace and teach some independently. And that way you also have the company or the marketplace that is bringing students into you. So you don't have to choose just one if you have the ability to do so. you can do both. And that way it's kind of like a backup. So you've got the company or the marketplace there that's there bringing you in students while you are focusing on your independent teaching business, and you're bringing in students and you're learning and you're messing up and you're failing, right? But you have the company there to kind of hold you up, improve your teaching skills while you're doing it. You're going to be able to improve your teaching skills, and you're going to be able to improve your time management skills and everything that you need to do, but with their student base while you're still growing yours. And does that make sense? That's my goal. I can't give up my awesome Korean students. You don't have to give up any students. You don't have to give up any students. Now, with a company and independent, I want you to know that they both follow the same tips that I'm about to give you. Okay? You ready for this? You might want to take notes. I will give you guys the recording. This recording is not going to stay up on YouTube forever, just so you know. So I know that we're doing the webinar on YouTube. You will not be able to access it. It will be private, but I will email you a copy of the recording if you registered for this. So, okay. But I still want you to stay because it's so much better to do it live. Okay. So they all follow the next tips, but having the skills to be independent guarantees stability and success. How many of you, let me know in the comments, how many of you were negatively impacted by the double reduction policy in China? How many of you lost students because you lost your position at a company because they had to downsize? When that happens, Jacqueline says to me, yeah, a lot of people did. The majority of ESL teachers that I knew during that time did, because I was mentoring for a company. So a lot of people did. But when you grow these skills to be independent, it's going to guarantee your stability and success. You own it. You are in control. Nobody can take that away. Sometimes you might have to work harder to reach your next goal, or you might plateau and you might need to learn a new skill, but learning those skills is going to put you in a position where that will never happen to you again. So I've had some concerns about teaching in China. So I was actually just talking to somebody on Instagram today, and she messaged me and said, I don't want to talk to, or I don't want to teach students that live in China. Has anybody ever felt that before? Does that resonate with you? And they were like, what if the double reduction part 2 comes into play and then suddenly independent teachers all lose their jobs? Has anybody ever worried about that? The thing is, you don't have to worry about how secure this is, because these methods are going to work in any marketing plan. So say, for example, the Chinese firewall, you're marketing in China. Okay. So you're marketing on Xiaohongshu, you're marketing on WeChat, you are doing email marketing, you're doing whatever marketing you are doing in China to get Chinese students. And then suddenly the firewall hits an all-time strength here, and boom, they can't access Zoom. They can't access Koala Go. They can't access your emails. Everything's blocked down. Your website's blocked. The VPNs don't work. Everything is shut down, and you cannot access your students in China no matter what you do. I'm going to tell you right now, most likely that's not going to happen. But worst case scenario, if that were to happen, these methods are going to work in any marketing plan. So you can take these exact methods, going back to the strategies, the skills and the strategies that you have. You can take these skills and these strategies and apply them to marketing to students in South Korea, to marketing to students in South America, to marketing to students in Australia or Canada or France or Spain or Russia, wherever you want to go. You can use these strategies, take them with you, and you don't have to worry about, China blocking you as a teacher. So if you're comfortable starting in China and you already know how to use WeChat and you already know how to get students in there, stay there. There's no need to move just because of the what ifs later on. It's not necessary, because you will always be able to pick this up and move it over to another platform. Okay. If you want to start marketing in another platform and add another platform, like start marketing on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, by all means, go for it. But don't consider like, hey, I want to teach in China, but I'm not going to because of the what ifs. So we're going to talk about some secrets here to growing your business. The first one is knowing your niche. And this is absolutely necessary for optimal bookings. So a lot of teachers are going to fail and they're going to limit themselves by not doing this. So when you're talking about your niche, do you know, let me know in the comments here, do you know what I mean by niche, or do you know who your niche is? There's this quote by Meredith Hill, and you're going to hear me repeat this probably so many times if you follow me, but if you speak to everyone, you speak to no one. So I want you to imagine that you go out there and you don't have a niche and you're like, hey, I'm an online teacher. You can learn English. You're not going to resonate with anybody. You're just talking. You're not hitting their pain points. You're not touching their hearts. You're not coming into their homes. Theoretically speaking, you're not coming into their homes and like, they're like, wow, okay, I'm watching her and I'm understanding her. And I really understand what she's saying because she's talking to me. If you don't have a niche, and I want you to get really, really narrow on your niche. If you don't have a niche, you don't have an audience. And that's where a lot of online teachers are struggling to find their students because they don't even know who they're talking to yet. So when you're trying to find your niche, do not try to attract everyone. Don't give vague statements. Think of a broad demographic or try to teach everything. So how many of you are on WeChat and you join the WeChat groups and you see people post their little cards and they're like, I teach business English, pre-K English, general English, IELTS, kids, adults, teenagers. I teach reading, I teach writing. I can use Wales curriculum and Starlight and they list like all these different curriculums. I know you've all seen that, right? The problem is you don't want to do this. You definitely do not want to do this because when you do this, you are attracting the people, the potential students that are looking for the most acceptable teacher at the lowest price point. I'm going to repeat that again. You are attracting students who are looking for the most acceptable teacher at the lowest price point. Because you're not saying anything specific. You're not talking to them. You are marketing yourself as somebody who teaches English, and you don't stand out from anybody. The people that are going to see your stuff, the people that are going to be referring other people to you, they're going to be sending out your information to people that are basically window shopping for potential teachers. They're going to go in and they're going to take as many trials as they can, as many free trials as they can. And they're going to be looking for the cheapest one. They're looking for deals. And I don't blame them for that. But if you don't want that, if you don't want to be cheap, if you don't want to be teaching for 100 RMB an hour, because that's what some people do is they say, oh, well, other teachers will offer it for 100 RMB per hour. You don't need to do that. You don't need to teach for 100 RMB per hour. And this goes for anywhere, but I see this mostly in the Chinese marketplace because I feel like everybody came out of VIP Kid and Palefish and Wales and Go Kid and Dad. Like everybody came out of these and they all funneled themselves into WeChat. And suddenly the WeChat market was flooded with teachers who were great teachers, but they didn't know how to market themselves. They had no business skills and they didn't know how to do anything. So they were just taking what and they were desperate. How many people felt desperate? What was it? Was it Wales? Wales English, the teachers popped into their classrooms and they turn on their computer and they get a message saying like, hey, we don't exist anymore. Everything was just gone, wiped without any notice. And for a lot of teachers, that was devastating because they went from having a sustainable income that they could depend on to not having any income at all. And suddenly they were like, okay, I'm going to take what I can get. If I have to teach for $8 an hour, I'm teaching for $8 an hour. But you don't need to do that. So think of one person. There's your little trick. Think of one person. So who is that one person that you're teaching or that you want to teach? What are their needs? And every post that you make on social media, because you're going to have to do social media marketing, every post that you make on social media, I want you to think as if you're talking to that one student and what they need. You're going to reach so many more people because it's going to be a more personalized conversation as opposed to just talking. All right, secret number 2, transformation over bookings. So think about, why is your student taking a class with you? Why are they taking a class with you? What is their goal? These students are not taking English lessons to learn English. I mean, that's like what it looks like on the surface, but there's more to it. Nobody is paying, hundreds or thousands of dollars a year just to learn a skill, just to have it. There's a reason for it. So going back, we're going to go back here to the, sorry about that. I'm going to go back here to the marketing strategy, or before we go into the marketing strategy, talk about, Romeo, could you be quiet, please? Sorry. Could one of you grab him, please? My dog is like spastic. Give me 1 second here. 1 second. Oh, that's what. Here, come here. Come here. I don't know. He wants to go outside. He wants to go outside and bark at somebody outside, and that's fine. Okay. I apologize for that. I know, Romeo's crazy. Okay. So I want you to think about this really quick. So imagine that you have, you want to teach business English, okay? You want to teach business English. And you say, I'm a business English teacher. Is that the best way? What if you said, I help Chinese business women compete with their male counterparts, they're in a male-dominated business field, so that they can get the raises that they want. They can get the paychecks and the pay increases that they deserve by learning English and by being able to level up, okay? If Romeo wanted to participate, he wouldn't be sitting in a chair barking at the door. He just wants to, I don't know, maybe there is a snowflake. He's a little spastic. So imagine this, if you were able to, put those two out there, okay? So who is going to pay more? The person that's looking for a business English teacher, or the person who is looking for somebody who actually specializes in what they need? So if you think of yourself as a specialist instead of a generalist, you are much, much, much more likely to you're going to weed out all of the, I'm looking for the most acceptable teacher at the lowest prices. You're going to start to weed those out, and you're going to start to actually get quality leads in and quality students. These are going to be quality students. So, ask yourself, what is their goal, and really start to focus on how you can help them reach that goal. All right, secret number 3, having a marketing strategy. Okay, so you want to have a marketing strategy, and that's a really scary word. I call marketing the extended 4-letter word. Nobody likes to hear it. Nobody likes to deal with it. Nobody likes to talk about it. Like, just give me the students, right? Just give me the students. I don't want to do all this marketing. The thing is that without a marketing strategy, you can be the best teacher in the world, but without a marketing strategy, you're just going to be the best kept secret in the world. And that's, you don't want that. That doesn't pay your bills. So use language when you're talking to them in your post or your emails, or however you're doing it, use language that tells them like, hey, this teacher can help me. Not like, hi, I'm an English teacher, come by my lessons, but actually give them something that they can use. Give them a quality little snippet of a lesson, right? So maybe you make a video and you say, here are 5 tips that are five terms that you can use when you're coming to a restaurant in America. Here is the definition of this word, and how you can use it, right? So you're going to actually give them quality stuff that they can use. If you are marketing for AllSchool, OutSchool, iTutor, italki, any of those like marketplaces, don't share your class link. Don't do it. I see that so many times where people will be like, oh, sign up for my classes, and they'll pay for Facebook ads, and it will be going to an OutSchool link. Why are you paying to give OutSchool students? Those students do not belong to you. OutSchool has their email. If you get fired from OutSchool, or OutSchool, there's a big scandal and the CEO, everything crashes and everybody's like, oh my goodness, I'm never sending my children here again because, then suddenly you don't have access to any of those students and you paid for them. So do not share your class link. Instead of sharing your class link, you're going to do email marketing. So you send them an email, and then they sign up for your email list, and then it will send them the class link. If you're marketing outside of your platform, market your lessons where your ideal student is. Well, even if you're marketing inside your platform, market your lessons where your ideal student is. So if you want to teach in China, and that's who you're really gearing this to is people that are living in China, then you're probably not going to be on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. If you are looking to teach homeschool students, you're probably not going to be marketing on WeChat too much. So think about where they are, where they're hanging out, and that's where you're going to be. So this is your little ladder here for success. So you are going to start with a vision. So think about what you want. You've already thought about this, right? So you've thought about, okay, this is what I want. My vision is, let's see who set it up here. My vision is to retire. Okay, retired women rock. My vision is to retire. What is your vision? Like, your vision is to buy a home. That was my vision at one point in time. Your vision is like, what is it that you want? Then you're going to think of a goal. In order to reach that goal, I need to, what is it? I need to actually get accepted into this company. I need to, somebody said retire early. Okay, for a vision. Yeah. I need to create my own independent business. I need to, or what is your goal? Like, what do you want to do to get there? Then you're going to map it out and create a plan. Okay. Then you're going to put the plan into action. And before you reach success, you're going to fail. You're going to fail early, and you're going to fail often. And I'm not telling you this because I want you to be scared, but I'm telling you this because it's a reality. You will fail. There are going to be many, 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 many failures that you're going to run into. You're going to have that one student that's like right about to book, and you're going to forget to follow up. You're going to start this huge marketing campaign that you think is going to really rock, and it's going to completely flunk, and you're going to hear crickets. So you are going to fail. But each of these failures is just a learning opportunity. So fail stands for first attempt in learning, okay? So every time you fail, it's just a learning opportunity. You learn something from that failure. I think I need to let him in. Okay, hold on 1 second. Romeo, come on. Everybody knows of you as the disruptive little monster. Okay. I told my children, I said, keep it down, be quiet. I have a training I'm going to do. Did I forget to tell you? Okay. You stop it. Okay. So you are an entrepreneur. And this is a scary, scary word, but no matter what you're doing, if you're working. Okay. What are we doing here? Come on. Yeah, I didn't I don't know what he's doing here. Okay, here, hold on. I'm going to give him some food. Maybe that will make him be quiet. All right. Romeo, here you go. Thank you for tuning in to My Hot Mess. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. And I'm back. All right. You are an entrepreneur. So this word, a lot of you might not look at yourselves as entrepreneurs. It is the Romeo Show. You are an entrepreneur, okay? And the thing, what do you think the definition? Don't look it up. What do you think an entrepreneur is? Let me know in the comments. What do you think an entrepreneur actually is? What does that mean? And it doesn't matter if you are working for a company or if you are working for a marketplace or if you're completely independent, you are an entrepreneur. You have to go in and do things every day to manage your business and manage your schedule. But what is an entrepreneur? Online work allows for real life moments. Oh yeah, my dog. Yeah, I know. The benefit of teaching online is if this ever happens in class, which it usually doesn't because I do teach Chinese hours. So that means that when I am teaching, you don't hear my daughter doing dishes in the background. The mailman's not coming. All that stuff isn't happening because everybody's sleeping. A person who creates and runs their own business, says Jacqueline. All right. Any other guesses? That's a good one. Okay. So an entrepreneur, and this is the definition from Google, is a person who organizes and operates a business or businesses, taking on greater than normal financial risk in order to do so. Okay. That is actually part of the definition. If you're going to be successful as an entrepreneur, you have to take on a risk. You have to be able to take on a risk. And by taking on that risk, it's actually allowing you to grow more, right? You have more invested in it, right? So say when I quit my job at the post office and said, hey, I'm going to teach on this iPad app, everybody looked at me and thought I was crazy. They thought I was crazy. Nobody had heard of online teaching back then. Even still now, most of the people that I meet in my day-to-day life, they're like, you do what? Wait, ESL, is that like English? Nobody knows that this is a thing. So for all of us, we all think like this market is saturated and there's too many teachers and there's too many but the majority of the world still doesn't know about us. It's just that we're in the middle of it. We're right in the center and it's going all around us. So we see it everywhere we look. But the majority of the world, go out and meet somebody. Go out and make a new friend and tell them what you do. And they're going to be like, what? That's a thing? An entrepreneur is someone who will do what they need to get what they want, regardless of all the failures. I like that definition. Well, we're gonna tell the Webster Dictionary to add that in there. So the Webster Dictionary says it's a person who organizes, manages, and assumes the risk of a business or enterprise. So same thing. You have to take risks. You have to take risks. So for those of you who are sitting here and you're like, well, I don't want to teach in China because there's a chance that it won't work. I don't want to be independent because there's a chance I won't be successful. If you don't want to do that, then go work in a school. If you don't want to do that, then find an online job that, maybe you're just a virtual assistant or something. If you don't want to do that, don't become an entrepreneur. Because the fact is, and if you're not successful, it's because you're not taking on enough risk and you're not learning enough and you're not doing enough. And I see that so many times, even like with the teachers that I privately coach. We'll meet up every week, twice a week we meet up. And if anybody's in here, I'm not calling anybody out, so don't be mad at me. But in the private coaching that we have, or the group private coaching that we have, we'll say, okay, well, this is the next thing that you need to be successful. This is your next step in your roadmap. You need to fill out your class. You need to set up your WeChat this way. You need to, like, whatever it might be, start your email marketing system, wherever it might be on their roadmap. You need to complete the application. If you sit on it, you're never going to go anywhere. You have to be ready and willing to take the risk and take action on it. And that goes back to your why. Why do you want to be successful? So think about you're driving a car, right? This online teaching journey is a car. What drives you? Why do you want to be successful? And retiring early, buying a house, those aren't real whys, right? That's like a goal that you want, but that's not the reason. There's a reason behind all of that, why you want that. And that reason, if you hit that reason and you figure that out and you can remind yourself every day, that reason is what's going to be strong enough to drive you. The stronger your motivator, the better your business results are going to be. So I'm going to tell you here just an example, my personal story. I was living in an apartment when all this was happening, right? So you already know, like, the whole post office story. I was living in an apartment with a landlord who thought that because he had the keys, he could just come in whenever he wanted to, who would show up at my house. He showed up at my house one day and he said, "Hey, I just want to let you know that next month rent is $200 more. And, in 2 weeks when rent is due, it'll be $200 more." It's like, I can't, no, you can't do that. Well, then I'm evicting you if you don't want to, do that. I'm like, Joe, what about tenants' rights? And he was like, well, I don't care about that. These are the rules. Like when I was renting an apartment, I had these 3 kids that I was responsible for keeping a roof over their head. And it was really, really hard to even find a place where I could do that. And now it's like, okay, well, I have to figure something out. Okay, somebody made a knocking sound. That's what that one was. It was like, now I need to figure something out. I need to figure out exactly how I can make it. Come here. I need to figure out exactly how I can make it so I don't have to worry about not having a roof over my head next month. I needed to figure out how I can do this. It wasn't, I want to buy a house. It was my landlord can kick me out and I'll be living on the street with 3 kids at any given time. And I've personally had that happen before. So that was a really big motivator. My landlord, I had a rent to own apartment when I was a brand new single mom with 1 kid. I had a rent to own apartment. And I left the house one day. I got a phone call from my sister saying, "Are you moving out? Because all of your stuff's outside. What's going on?" And I came back and my doors were locked and the locks were changed. My landlord had taken my apartment, my rent to own home, and he double rented it out to somebody else. And suddenly, in the blink of an eye, and I was young and stupid and I had no idea what to do, but suddenly in the blink of an eye, I was homeless. That forced me into a narcissistic relationship with an abusive partner. It forced me into a lot of other things, which those created my next steps here. But I was like, I am never, ever, ever going to be dependent on a landlord. I am never going to be dependent on a man again. I am never going to be dependent on anybody except for myself, because all this stuff had happened to me. And I need to be able to figure this out and be successful. So when I started working at VIP Kid and I started working at Palefish, or I worked at All School or Out School or Independent, all of that resonates with me. And I remember those things. That is my why. I have to be successful. Ultimate failure is not an option, because I cannot go back to a place in my life where somebody else was in control of my life. So I want you to think about what your destination is and why you want to get in there. why you want to get there. If you get into your car without a destination or a purpose in mind, you're just going to end up driving around in circles, and you will never, ever, ever, ever get to where you wanted to go because you didn't know why or where you wanted to go in the first place. Your reason why you want to go to your destination is literally the fuel. Michelle says, what drives me the most is to have the freedom to become a digital nomad. I would love to be able to teach from anywhere in the world. I love to travel, try new foods, and meet new people. Yeah. And think even more. Like, why, how does that change from now, right? So like right now, you're stuck, you don't have enough, like maybe you don't have enough students to be able to have that lifestyle. Like that's an entire lifestyle change. That's a huge motivator. Like, think about it. You get to be like 80 years old and you're looking back at it and you're like, wait a second. I had the opportunity to do this. So-and-so did it, and so-and-so did it, and so-and-so did it. And I missed out on my shot because I was too afraid to take the risk. I didn't do what I needed to do. I was too afraid to take the risk. So I just never got to where I wanted to go. And I didn't live the lifestyle that I wanted. Okay. So at this point, I do have a question for you. Would you like me to help you create your online classes and formulate a powerful marketing strategy so you can get your bookings as quickly as possible? So let me know in the comments here if that's something that you would like to do. We do have the online, coaching that we do. So is anybody interested in learning how to do all of these things with help from myself and my team? If you are interested, I'll let you know here too. I'm not special. I'm just me. I didn't start ahead of the game. You saw I went in, I started working on an iPad. I started working for Palefish or for VIP Kid and then Palefish. I was not special in any way, shape, or form. Whoops. I was not special in any way, shape, or form. I just created a roadmap and a training that I follow each and every time I make a class, whether it's independent or whether it's with a company. And this roadmap works literally for every scenario imaginable. So it will work for you if you are teaching. Let's see, one of my students in the Independent Teacher Academy, she teaches Latin American students who are learning English who are moving to Canada and looking for jobs in Canada. They're looking to, learn English so that they can like live in Canada. See how like tight that niche is? And you would think, a lot of people might think like, oh, how are you going to have a niche that's that small? Like, how can you have a niche that's that small? Because how many people are there really? Did you know that she actually hired some teachers to work underneath her? Her business has grown to the point where, just from Latin Americans who can't speak English who are moving to Canada, she has now hired other teachers to work underneath her. So after this training, I'm going to send you over an email too. At one point in time, Independent Teacher Academy was very pricey. It was a lifetime option only, but I wanted to make it affordable for everybody to be able to join. I wanted to make it something that was affordable, that you didn't have to. What company is she? I would have to look and see. She's not a company that you've heard of before, and she's not hiring right now. It's probably not she's not like a mega company, a huge company, but I'd have to look. If you're in ITA, you can see her stuff. What company is she? It has her name, like her first name. Okay. So after this training, if you want to join, we have our next coaching session on Sunday. So that's tomorrow. We have our next coaching session on Sunday at 10 a.m. And then we have Tuesdays at 2. So we do it twice a week Eastern time. So we do coaching twice a week. The replays are available, and you can actually go in there. You can actually go into the training, and there's a whole bunch of like pre-recorded things. So if you're like, hey, today I want to learn how to do WeChat, you can actually go into the module that's created and learn WeChat right in there. And then learn it on your own time and then take what you learned into coaching and say, hey, I'm struggling with this. Can you help me? So there's both components. You have the live coaching and the replays and recorded sessions that you can learn on your own. So you can start to build your skills as an entrepreneur to safeguard everything that you have. All right. So now I'm wrapping this training up. Does anybody have any questions about anything? Let me know in the comments here. Do we have any questions? Any questions about Independent Teacher Academy? Any questions about the training? Any questions about any of that? The cost for the coaching, Jacqueline, you're going to love this because the cost for the coaching, I actually charge less for coaching than I do for teaching my students. It's $40 a month. So it's a subscription, $40 a month. You have all of the training, all the programs inside it. You have VIP access to challenges that we do. And the coaching is usually about an hour long. So you get 2 hours of coaching a week. And I'll be honest, like the majority of the members that are in ITA do not come to the coaching every week because they come when they need it. So it's, they'll come when they need it. They don't come every single week to every coaching. So it's not like you're going to go in there and there's going to be like 300 people in the coaching sessions. Usually only a couple of people come into the live sessions. Oh, and I forgot to add this because this was actually a new thing that we did. Is anybody familiar with Telegram? So if you've ever tried to message me, and I apologize for this, my messages, my email, my Facebook messages, the group messages, everything gets a little crazy because a lot of people will be messaging me asking for help with jobs or asking for help with anything. And sometimes they get lost in the noise of everything. So I have created a Telegram group as well. So if you need me, if you're like, hey, I'm creating my email system, I'm creating my email list, I'm making my website, I'm posting something, and you just want like quick feedback, there's a Facebook group a private Facebook group that you can join. But there's also a group on Telegram, which is just a private group chat. So that one, it's easier to filter out. You guys kind of have like a VIP seat there. It's really cool. So I did put the link in there. If you go to join.independentteacheracademy.com, it's going to bring you to the enrollment page. And it is a really cool opportunity. And I love working with you guys anyways. Like I love this. I love this. Okay. Do we have any other questions? I will stay until all questions are asked. I'm just kidding. I'm going to stay for a long time. All right. If there are no other questions, you are free to, you can shoot me a message if you want to. I will send you the information as well. So if like you're watching this and you can't click on the link and you can't, you can't do any of that, that's fine. I will also send you an email to follow up with it. Our next coaching session is on Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we have one coaching that's at 10 and one coaching that's at 2. I tried to hit both time zones by having 2 different coaching sessions, and it allows you to split up a little bit too. If there was a week where, maybe a double reduction policy number 2 comes in and everybody wants to jump into coaching, that way at least it's split up here. All right. Michelle says, thanks so much. This was great. And I have a list of things to get working on. Awesome. Was this helpful? Okay. Jacqueline says this was helpful. Michelle said this was helpful. I am so glad that this was helpful to you. And if you're watching this and you're not already subscribed, thank you. I appreciate this workshop. Thank you so much. If you're watching this and you're not already subscribed, this is on my YouTube channel. And I'm going to be more consistent with posting YouTube videos. So make sure you click subscribe and hit that bell notification here before you check out of this replay or check out of this live. Sorry. Do you have to sign up on the website before you can attend the coaching? Yes. Okay. Once you sign up on the website and you sign up for the coaching, once you sign up for it, then you'll get an email that gives you all the information. It's going to give you the Telegram link. It's going to give you the Facebook link, and it's going to give you a log on so that you can access the pre-recorded courses. So you'll go into independentteacheracademy.com, you'll click log in, and you'll see all of the courses here. This is helpful. Her program is great. It is up to you to put in the effort. Thank you. Thank you. Wait, I should know who this is. Are you in ITA? I feel like I should know who Historical Jolita is. Okay. Well, thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to seeing some more of you in Independent Teacher Academy. The thing that is it's so important to realize is that not everybody has the same map. Not everybody has the same roadmap, the same exact roadmap. Is the coaching for how to prepare for all school too? So yes, it's going to work for marketplaces, and so there's going to be trainings in there that show you how to get your niche and how to set it up. There's scripts in there. So if you're talking to a parent in China, there are actually scripts in there that tell you what to say to make the sale, basically. There's templates in there that you can use for your social media posts. And then as far as the coaching is whatever you bring into it. So if you're like, hey, I'm trying to get bookings on my L School. Last week, was it Tuesday's coaching? I think it was last week on Tuesday. One of the girls came in and she was like, okay, I have no students on All School yet. What can I do? And I said, okay, give me your All School name. We went right into it, opened up her page, opened up her All School page on a screen share, and because they're done on Zoom. So opened up her page on a screen share and went through her account step by step. And I said, okay, let's tweak this, let's make the wording of this, let's rearrange things in here. And let's try this, go into the backside of here and do this so the courses automatically recommend themselves. And we went in there and rephrased things and everything. And she has been teaching classes this week. For the first time, she's been getting students. I've been getting messages from her saying, I got a student. I'm so excited. So yes, whatever you bring to me saying, hey, I need help, I've probably been there. And if I have not been there, if you don't think I've been there, if it's something that you think is beyond me, let me know and I'll see if I can get the information for you. But I've been doing this for long enough that most likely I'm going to be able to get you the information. So it's going to work and I haven't worked in every single company, obviously. I've never been on italki, and I'm not sure how it works inside italki. But if you can show me, then I can show you some things to tweak there. That's amazing. I keep trying to apply, then stop. Michelle, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to the you have to actually implement the plan. This is the thing that I see so many times is people they stop. They get frozen. They're like, okay, I don't know what to do. This is too much for me. I'm just stopping. But that's the other thing with coaching. If you tell me hey, I'm going to, my step for this week is to apply to the company. The next time you check into coaching, I'm going to be like, okay, what'd you do? Okay, so I'm going to hold you accountable to it. And you can also, if you're having a hard time, you can shoot me a message in the Telegram group and be like, it's a group with everybody, but you can shoot a message in there and be like, hey, I'm stuck. What do you think about this? And it's just really, really nice to be able to have that, that accountability and that support while you're going through something new. It's just the online demo class without a student that I truly freeze on. Michelle, did you see my video on YouTube on how to do that? There's I do have a video on my channel that walks you through. It's so easy. Just go on to Zoom and screen share something from Twinkle and just teach for a couple minutes. Pretend that there's a student there. Hone up your acting skills. Borrow a kid if you have to. If you need a student there, borrow somebody. Get your friend's kid or something to teach too. Yeah. whatever there's going to be struggles that you have, and whatever it takes you to get over those struggles, you got to get over those struggles. There's going to be hurdles, you know. It looks like you have a whole fancy setup. I just have a laptop and a headset. I don't even have a headset. I have this right here is just a photography backdrop. I have a green screen underneath it, but this is literally just a photography backdrop that's hanging there. My setup is not that fancy. I've had fancier setups in the past. This is just basically a sheet with colorful print on it. Yeah. Don't worry about your setup. As long as you have good lighting and, you know, like I'm not even using a webcam, by the way. Like when I teach, I don't use a webcam either. I used to at one point in time. I literally just used the camera that when it opened at the beginning of this webinar for some reason. I don't use a webcam. I keep it simple. My setup is just literally in the corner of my dining room. So at some point in time, that's my next goal. At some point in time, I would like to buy a bigger house that has a room for just an office. That would be awesome. But yeah, I'm just in the corner of my dining room. It's really not fancy. Sitting in a Papazon chair with a photography backdrop that was probably $10 on Amazon. Yeah, I don't have a fancy setup. All right, I'm going to end this. I will send you over an email, but here is the link one more time. And I encourage you, I really hope to see you guys in the coaching sessions. You don't have to make every session, but come when you need it. You get 2 hours of coaching a week. So anything that you need, and you'll be learning from the other people that are coming in too. So even if you don't have something and you're like, okay, I don't really know where to go yet. And, I'm just thinking about it. And what do I do next? Like I'll call on you and I'll help you out. And then you'll hear the other success stories. And it's really motivating to be able to see things where, teachers like Liz who are able to, it's Liz that had the coach or the business with the Latin Americans in Canada. But you'll see, teachers like Liz coming in, or you'll see teachers that are coming in. They're like, hey, I got my first student and my first independent student, or I did this, or, I had like these conversions or whatever. I sold a huge package. It's really motivating to see that, because I think so many times we're in these public Facebook groups, or you're talking to other teachers who are still stuck in a pattern of not acting. And because they're stuck in this pattern of not acting, you're not seeing a lot of things that are happening and changing in their business. But that's not how it has to be. You have to surround yourself with people that are acting. Surround yourself with people that are doing, that are successful, that are, succeeding. And that's going to help you, because you rub off on each other. It really works so great. All right. I will see you guys all later. I will see you in coaching tomorrow if you pop in. Bye guys. I'll see you guys later. I'll leave this replay up for a little bit and then I'll take it down. I'll send you over the recording. So bye guys. Thank you for coming on.